Hi, I'm Tellie from Hooks and Hammocks, and today I am going to show you how I make my sweet potato cheesecake. Okay, let's get started. You want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. You will need 3 medium sweet potatoes. You will need to bake them for 1 hour until they are soft. And then when they are done, let them cool down a little bit where you can handle them. Go ahead and peel them and mash them like you would mashed potatoes, because you will need that puree for your cheesecake. So while that is done, so it takes a total of a little over 3 hours to complete this whole cheesecake, because then we're also going to make a brown sugar pecan maple glaze that will go over the top of it. A lot of it is cooking time. Prep time, it only takes about 20 minutes. So let's get started. So we will need 3 8-ounce things of cream cheese already softened. I've already had mine laying out for the past half hour. You will also need 3 room temperature eggs. You will need 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of white sugar, a 1/3 cup of sour cream, and a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. We will go ahead and add our cream cheese, to our mixing bowl. Okay, we've added our 3 packages of cream cheese that were softened to the mixing bowl. We are also going to add our white sugar, which is again 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. You add that to the mixer, and we are going to mix until it is nice and creamy. I always keep a rubber spatula on hand to kind of press it back through the beater. Because you want to make sure it all gets well mixed in with your sugar. Kind of scrape the sides of the inside of your bowl as well. And this is messy, so I always have a towel on hand as well. Okay, we're going to turn the mixer back on. You can also use a hand mixer. You do not have to use a stand mixer. Okay, I will show you what that looks like. So it will almost look like frosting. Okay, next we are going to add a 1/3 cup of sour cream, which I've already pre-measured. We'll go ahead and give that a little bit of a mix for about 10 seconds. And with the stand mixer on low, we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream. We'll go ahead and add that in. Keep your stand mixer on low. We went ahead and pre-baked our sweet potatoes. We peeled them and mashed them. You will need 1.5 cups. You will go ahead and start adding that mixture to your cream cheese mixture. Just kind of spoon it in. This cheesecake does take a long time to make. I'm not sure if you can use canned sweet potatoes. I don't see why not, to cut your baking time down. I've never used the canned sweet potatoes, but I'm sure they can be used as long as they get well drained. All right, we're gonna turn our mixer up just a little bit to kind of make sure we get everything well blended. We're gonna turn it back down on low, and we're gonna start adding our eggs that are completely room temperature. So that you're not afraid to get eggshells in there, I always crack them over into a cup, then pour them in. You want to add them one at a time. You don't have to use brown eggs. Okay, we're gonna stop our mixer. We are going to make sure that everything is well blended. Scrape everything from the sides, because you may have cream cheese mixture stuck to the inside. So you wanna move that to the middle. Kind of scraping your bowl as you go. Turn our mixer back on so we have a nice smooth. It'll look a little lumpy just because of the sweet potatoes. But it will not turn out that way once it is baked. You're just mixing it long enough till everything is smooth and well blended. And you no longer have any cream cheese mixture chunks in it. Okay. Should be pretty ready. Kind of scrape the insides of your bowl once again. I have just a little bit, so I see just a little bit of cream cheese chunks still in there, so we will turn the mixer on for about another 30 seconds, and then that should do it. Okay, it should be well mixed. Now we are going to use a graham cracker crust. I buy the pre-made graham cracker pie crust. Doesn't matter what brand it is, or you can make your own graham cracker crust using sugar, butter, and crushed graham crackers. Both work. To save a little bit of time, I went ahead and bought my pre-made ones. Okay, we are going to remove our beater. Then with a spoon, we are going to ladle it into 2 pie crusts, trying to make them both even. Try and level it out a little bit as you go. Okay, once we have our mixture in our pie plates, you are going to place these in the oven, which I have preheated to 350 degrees. You are going to bake them for 1 hour. And then after your hour is up, you want to take a toothpick into the middle, and once it comes out clean, it's ready. It will definitely be a little jiggly and very soft set, which is fine, is what you want. And I will see you when they're ready. Okay, it has been an hour since our cheesecakes have been in the oven. We are going to check them. Remember that They will be a little bit jiggly. That is perfectly normal, and you may have a few cracks in it. That's normal as well. So I'm gonna pull one out and we are gonna check it. You wanna make sure that you put your toothpick in the center and it comes out clean. Okay, this is one of them that is done. I'm inserting the toothpick. It has came out clean. So now you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. We are going to leave these in the oven. You're gonna shut the oven off. And you are going to crack the door open. And you will do that and set your timer for 1 hour so that they can cool. So what that is allowing is the temperature to gradually come down so that you're not completely breaking your cheesecake. It is very soft set. So when we have about 10 minutes left on the timer, we will be making our brown sugar maple pecan glaze that we will pour over our finished cheesecakes, and I will be showing you how to do that. And we will be back when it is time to make our glaze. Okay, we have about 3 to 5 minutes left on our timer for our cheesecakes to be completely cool. We are now going to make our brown sugar pecan maple glaze. So you will need a medium saucepan. You will also need about 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And then you will also need a 1/4 cup of butter. We're gonna place this on the stove over medium heat until the sugar is completely dissolved. And we will bring that to a boil. You will also need a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream and a cup of chopped pecans. You may or may not toast your pecans beforehand. That is completely up to you. If you toast them, it brings out the pecan flavor a little bit more. But you want to make sure that they're nice and chopped, just like this. I put mine in a bag and use a very small rolling pin and roll over it. You still kind of want a few big pieces, but not too big. Once our brown sugar and butter are completely melted and boiling, we will add in a 1/4 cup of our heavy whipping cream and our pecans. And we will stir that for 1 minute, remove it from the heat, and then we will pour it over our cheesecake. Our cheesecakes are now done cooling, so I will place them on the counter. Okay, I took this off the heat for a quick second to show you. It is boiling and our brown sugar has already completely dissolved. It'll look like a very thin caramel sauce. We are now going to add our heavy whipping cream, which is a 1/4 cup. Make sure that you are constantly stirring so that you don't curdle your whipping cream. And now we're going to add in our cup of chopped pecans. You're gonna turn down the heat and let it simmer for 1 minute on low. Okay, we have now removed our mixture from the stove. We are going to add in, lastly, 1 tablespoon of real maple syrup, or you can use maple extract. If you're using the maple extract, I would only use a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm using 1 tablespoon of real maple syrup. I'm gonna add it to the mixture. Kind of stir pretty quickly. Okay, now we are going to pour our glaze, or spoon, preferably spoon it, over our cheesecakes. Kind of want to get some of the pecans. I just kind of drizzle it over the top. It doesn't have to be perfect. Kind of move your pecans a little bit around. I like my edges to have some of the drizzle. We'll all end up in the middle anyway, but definitely want pecans with every bite if possible. And this just smells absolutely amazing. Okay, and there you have it, sweet potato cheesecake. Now that our cheesecakes are finished, serve them warm. Any leftovers go in the refrigerator. I'm Tellie from Hooks and Hammocks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.